Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I want to talk about it's a three-man militia, and what it is, three-man militia is made up of three people, and they specialize in certain things. It could be gardening, it could be first aid, it could be anything, even leather craft. And but the thing that makes them so efficient is when they come together. Not the three-man militia itself, but when other three-man militias all come together. Now, we'll use my particular situation as an example. We're in a small community, and it's physically located in a way in which it's a defendable area. Now and it's big. I mean, well, it's not big. It's maybe a couple, 2 or 3 miles square, and it houses now maybe 300 people, and it could, in time of bad times, shit hit the fan kind of stuff, it would probably swell to about 1,000. And but the thing is, it's going to swell that quick. And when that happens, that is why you need three-man militias. Three-man militias are the ones that are going to be keeping this situation under control. And like this 1,000, it's not going to be 1,000 three-man militias. It's going to be a bunch of families. This is what it is. It's families coming together. And they need to have some kind of coordination to make it all fit together. Now, how long this will be swelled like that, who knows? And this is why you need to have some kind of a system set up to make it work. And that's where, like I say, the three-man militias come in. Gardening, they're going to need food, water. We're going to have some way to test water and all this kind of stuff. And if there's no utilities, that's going to add on to the problems. That's why you need three-man militia in not only water but sanitation. Now, what are you going to do? Just let people mess up everything anywhere? No, there needs to be a system set up. And same thing, if there's no electric and all this kind of stuff, how are you going to feed all these people? How are you going to take care of all these people and all this kind of stuff? And what I want to talk about is, I call him the camp manager or a coordinator or something like that. He's not really the boss. He's like I said, it's not a town. What I'm talking about is just a housing area. So we don't have, like I say, a mayor and all this kind of stuff in place already. Somebody to take that responsibility. That's what the manager or coordinator, that's what he would be doing. Somebody needs to coordinate to get everybody working together. And that's what his job will be. In other words, okay, like all this stuff happens. Okay, how are you going to do some kind of security? How are you going to plan the housing, and how are you going to do all this kind of stuff? I mean, there's going to be people going to be camping. There are going to be people bringing in campers. They're going to be doing all this kind of stuff, and so there needs to be someone to take charge, and that's basically what he's going to be doing. And in other words, for security, anybody, you'll have some militias, three-man militias that specialize in security. And the way security, I mean, they're handling the local people. I mean, they're not like what you would consider law enforcement, because there is no law. When you get to this point, there is no law. What you do have is morals, and that's why you've been hearing me say so much about morals, because it's moral law that we're going to have to be gone by. In other words, what is right? And there's going to be a changing situation. Like I say, housing for 300 changes to 1,000, and within days. It's a change. This is just something's going to happen. You just don't make laws to handle this stuff. You have to use sense, and you have to use your morals. There's just some things that are right and wrong, and it changes depending on if you have 300 living there or 1,000 living there. So that's why you need to use morals and common sense to make this thing work. And you need three-man militias to make it all work also. Otherwise, you're just going to have a bunch of crazy people bumping into each other, tearing each other's stuff up, and they're going to be arguing and having all kinds of problems. We will not have that. And the reason is we have three-man militias that specialize in different things. And the coordinator will be the one that will make sure the different militias are in place to take care of whatever needs to be done. Okay, there is no electricity. Okay, well, there's no electricity. Well, you'll have a three-man militia in electricity. And what they would be doing is maybe, I don't know, it depends on the area and how they have it set up, but they could have a mobile generator that they can move around to different parts of the community so people can do whatever they need to do. Now, one of the things that I know a lot of people are thinking is, well, I'm going to be cooking my food, I'm going to need it for my refrigerator, I'm going to need electricity for the stove and all this stuff. You will not be cooking food. One of the things those 1,000 people will be doing is not sitting around waiting for the shit to hit the fan to get over. No, they have work to do. They have responsibilities to do. What are those responsibilities? That's why we have the manager, the coordinator, and that's why we have the militias. These militias will assign you different jobs that you're going to be doing. You came to this area for a job. You left your job to come here. Well, if you think you just came here for a vacation, you better just keep on going down the road, because it's not going to work that way. And if you think you're going to be sitting around cooking breakfast, cooking lunch, cooking supper for everybody in the household, it's not going to work that way. We have to pool our food, and we'll have, in our particular case, we already have it set up where we have a place to feed people. And even besides that, I've talked about my bus, and I'm in the process of getting that set up so I can do cooking out of the bus also. So we have a place where a kitchen's already set up, but I'm trying to get another place so we can mobile cook. We can move our cooking area around. So, but like I say, you won't have time to do the cooking. You're not going to have electricity for your damn freezer and refrigerator. You've got responsibilities. You've got work to do. We have to change our community from 300 to 1,000, and it's going to take work. It's going to take effort, and we need to. And I don't even know if you're going to be in the house that you think you're going to be at, because if you're not going to have any utilities there, why would you be there? You know, so, and like I say, you've got other work and responsibilities. So, I don't know. This is what the coordinator is for. He will, like I say, get things set up. And like I say, we have a community center where people can come. And like I say, they'll be coming in to find out what their chores are going to be. Their responsibilities. I mean, they're going to be, we'll have carpenters, so they'll be making hen houses for the chickens, and we're going to have egg gatherers that will be gathering the eggs. And so you see what I'm saying? Everyone will have some kind of responsibility. I don't care who you are. If you think, well, I'm too old, I can't do nothing, bullshit. We don't have any extra mouths around here. You can do babysitting. So that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be taking care of little kids. Because now the little kids are too young to do work and stuff like that. That's why we have the old people to take care of those little kids. And if mom and daddy think you're going to be sitting around with your little kids, you won't. You have responsibility. There will be sewing, and there will be cooking that needs to be done, preparation for the cooking. There's going to be wood, needs to be chopped and handled, and like I say, there's going to be a lot of conversions to houses, converting them over so they will be livable without utilities. Like I say, a lot of the houses will have rocket stoves will be put into them if they don't have any type of wood-burning apparatuses inside of them. So, because we do need to be able to make it so these housing can be used pretty much all year round. And we've got to convert our area into a place we can take care of. And there's going to be a lot to it. So if you're thinking that, well, I'm just going to go over to somebody's house and stuff like that, if you're thinking this is what you're going to be doing, it's not going to quite work like that. All of that is going to have to come through the manager. We have to have some kind of discipline to make this system work. 300 swelling to 1,000, there's going to be some rules that we're going to have to follow. And people with an attitude will not fit. We have problems and we have responsibilities. The last thing we need is people with attitudes. So maybe now is the time for you to start changing your attitude. And now I'm not sure how the place is going to be where you're going, but I guarantee where I'm going to be, there will not be no attitude. You will be eager to help. You will be eager to do what you can do. And we will find things for you to do. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.